Hello and welcome. This is Jim 111 or Triple Sticks, our first trade management check-in. This one sets the baseline for how all weekly updates will look going forward. With that said, this video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research and understand the risks before investing. Every weekly update follows the same structure. We review the account, positions, any outcomes since the last update, confirm the tracker, and then look ahead. I always start with a quick account snapshot in Thinkorswim. This gives me context, account balance, buying power, and how much flexibility we still have. No decisions here, just awareness. Here is our account balance, which means if it's all liquidated today, that's how much we'll have. Option buying power is 25,300, which we still have available to deploy into the wheel. Next, I look at what's currently open. I'm just confirming where each trade came from and that nothing requires action. If nothing stands out, we move on. Open positions are here. Netflix was from the curated list. Path was from our small account. Palantir was the one from my brother that we evaluated in options play. Tesla is the one we evaluated in Thinkorswim. I always check the account statements to see if anything closed since our last update. We go to the account statement. You can change this to adjust it to whatever you need. We can look at our order history and trade history. Cash and sweep vehicle is everything line by line that occurred. But looking at our order and trade history, we see that NVIDIA was closed out, so we'll have to adjust that in our tracker. This NVIDIA trade closed out at 50% because I had a working order in place, so the contract was bought back automatically for profit. Let's add the same 50% closeout orders to the rest of these, so we don't have to be online when that level is reached. So we go back to activity and positions. So for Netflix, we find the contract -1, right click on it, create a closing order, and buy Netflix. So we have to change this to good till cancel. That way it doesn't expire at the end of the day. And you can see we're buying back at 76 cents. So we go back and change this to 76 to get that 50%. And then again verify it's good till canceled. Confirm and send. Check this again. One Netflix, the January 9 contract for 76 cents. And we click send. And you'll see that automatically goes up here as a working order. So now we do the next one, path. Right click, create a closing order, buy back. Right now it's at 65 cents, but we don't want to pay too much. So path is 31 cents. Change this to 0 or to 31. Remember, a good till cancel. And it'll populate these already since it knows you have that open contract. And then one path, 1650, 31 cents to close, good till cancel, and send. Okay, so now Palantir, again right click, create a closing order, buy Palantir, go back to the spreadsheet. Palantir is 270. So $2.70. Now I'm going to leave this purposely on day, just to show you how I fixed that. Confirm and send. 270, one Palantir contract, send. And then the last one, Tesla, right click, create a closing order, buy Tesla, and we were going to buy that at 763. So change this to 763, and again, good till cancel, confirm and send, one contract, $7.63, good till close, and then send. So we go back here, we look at it, and this is the way I know that I remember to check the good till canceled. If not, then you can just cancel, replace the order, and the same trade tool comes up, but this time you can change it to good till cancel. All the rest of the items stay the same. Confirm and send, and now you can see the good till canceled and send. head back here, and you can see now that they're all good till canceled. Now we confirm everything is logged correctly in the tracker. This is where I keep expirations, strikes, and price context in one place. The tracker is about consistency, not prediction. And then in our tracker, we know we have some trades to put in and to close out. So for closing out, we can look back at the account statement, and it was bought on December 26th, so we'll update that. And it was bought back at 276. So I take this, copy and paste. If you have an extra space, the formula won't work. And we close it out on 12/26, and for the amount of 276. So you'll notice when I hit enter, the income updated to 287.7. Now we have some trades to add in as well. Insert row below, and then insert row below again, just because I know I have 2 trades to enter. And then I just copy this right here, Control C, put it in the cell, Control V for paste. And then we have to copy these down. And if you have a lot of serial numbers to enter, you can take the 2 and it'll follow the sequence for a serial number. Alright, so let's enter these trades in. Again, we go back to the account statement for the details. And we need to add in Path, Palantir, and Netflix. These were all done on December 26th. And the trade details are in each line. So we actually have a third one to enter in. So right click, insert row below, Control copy, Control V for paste, copy that line down, and then copy the sequence down so it automatically puts the next serial number. So we said we did all of these on 12/26. And Path, if we look at the account details, was sold for $62 and January 16 expiration. So I can just copy this. Let's see if we can do the rest of these. Netflix. Palantir was also January 16th expiration. And the other one we're adding is Netflix. And what I copied down was January 9th for Netflix. So this is not going to be as accurate. Control Shift V, Control C, Control Shift V, since we bought it in the middle of last week. Okay, so Path, strike price was, looking back, $16.50, and we were paid $62. For Palantir, the strike was $187.50, and we were paid $540. And these are all in the account statement for Thinkorswim. Netflix was $93.50 for $152. So that's it for updating. We added the 3 that wasn't here already, and then we closed out the NVIDIA. So we made $287.70 from this NVIDIA trade. Now we can go into options play. We're in options play. Click on portfolio in the upper left corner. We can see the trades we have, and these were entered in. This VSAT is in the sandbox. It looks like we have one more to enter in. So this notification is for a take profit, which is the NVIDIA trade. If you want to just show that, it shows an alert symbol here, which is to buy it back and take a profit for $274. So the way to do that is click on the take profit button and then trade. It doesn't have a running total of how much you've made or how much you've lost. You add the position, and what that will do is clear that trade out. And that's why I have the tracker, to be able to keep track of balances. All right, so you can see the NVIDIA cleared out. So we have 2 trades to add. I'm going to do that by editing the portfolio and then edit. So we have Path, and it is a put, and we have to make sure we make this a -1. And the January 16th, $16.50 strike for $62. Then I could have done it in the same screen. The Netflix is there already. We have to add the Palantir. -1. I'm getting ahead of myself. There we go. January 16th. And the strike was the 187.50. And we received $540. Save it. Back to the app. We'll see Netflix, path that we just added in, Palantir, Tesla, and Viasat in the sandbox. And the Viasat trade is here in the sandbox as SB001. For this update, I added one new column to the tracker, which is the trade serial number. It doesn't change how trades are managed, it just makes decision points easier to see. This is about clarity, not optimization. I also check Options Play for clean dollar profit and loss context. Options Play doesn't show balances. I'm only using it here to see unrealized profit or loss. Green doesn't mean close, red doesn't mean panic. Heading into next week, I'm watching expirations and how price relates to the strike. Nothing requires action right now, so we let the trades work. And as always, trade the plan, not the panic. See you in the gym.